Good morning. Happy Monday to you. We are just getting ready for the school run. And I just had a good workout this morning. It was hair wash day. I usually try to wash it at night in the winter, but I felt like a rebel this morning. So now I will put it all up under a toque to take him to school. Oh, this feels so good. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed the last vlog. That was like a 2-in-1. This morning when I get back, I might take care of that because it's a tip. Can you get your lunch kit and your talker and put them in your backpack, please? I was supposed to have a client this morning, but they canceled because they're sick. And I am like a huge supporter of counseling if you're sick. 1 is taking care of yourself. 2, we don't shame for people for taking care of themselves. And 3, this guy is high risks and I don't want to get sick. So all around, appreciate it. So my morning has opened up a little bit. I still have quite a busy day today. So we might do a little speed clean because we haven't done that during Vlogmas yet. And then I was thinking of sharing with you some of my favorites. This guy's just getting his lunch, packing his backpack for school. The last week of school before Christmas break. They get off this Friday and then they go back to school on January 2nd, which is a big switch from normal, but I don't mind it. Like December's usually a write-off at school anyways, right? Like there's just so much energy and that can affect him, so I'm fine with that. I'm wearing a little thrifted Gap button up today. Again, I actually found it in the men's section, wearing my new necklace. I just love it so much. I mean, it's like the perfect length. It's so pretty. Then my Tiffany ring, obviously this set of rings, this ring. I'm really intrigued to know what you guys think of the Aura ring because I am seriously considering getting it. Not for tracking steps because I love the Apple Watch for that, or like tracking my movement, but more for like wellness, for body temperature, health, heart rate, sleep. I don't wear my Apple Watch to sleep, but I think the ring I could. Like I wear my rings to bed anyway. So I'm really curious to know if any of you have one, what you think. And also if you have one, it's my understanding that everyone gets a referral code, just like if anyone who has Peloton can give a friend like a discount if they want to buy something, like buy a machine. So help your girl out. Honestly, if I could buy them locally, I probably would have bought one this weekend, but you have to buy them online or Best Buy, and the Best Buy closest to me is an hour away, and that's just not happening. All right, I'm going to, Alexa, what's the time?
Good morning, Matt. It's 8:11.
8:11.
I hope you have a good morning.
Okay, we'll see you when we're back from school. We'll deal with this. Please excuse the air drying hair. I really don't blow dry it unless absolutely necessary. So she just air dries and then we'll do something. Ordinarily, I would never leave the kitchen looking like this the night before. I'm very intentional about having a very calm, clean space before bed so that when I come down the next morning, that's what I come down to. Like nobody wants to come down to dishes in the sink, stuff everywhere. Like not a great kickoff to one's Monday, but last night I decided instead that I would just relax. We had a very chill weekend and I leaned into that. So when I put Thomas to bed, actually, I ended up going up to my office and doing about 2 hours of work early evening, so that by the time I came back down, saw the state of the kitchen, I was like, absolutely not. So I put Thomas to bed and then I just went to bed and read my Kobo and just like really relaxed, and I'm great with that decision. Fell asleep at 9:45, alarm went off at 5:20, chef's kiss, great. But that is one of my top tips for mental health, is like tidy space, tidy mind, and it goes very like deep and there's lots of levels and lots of aspects of it. But one tip or like place to start is your kitchen, your main living space. Like make sure that it's tidy when you go to bed so that when you come down, you're kicking off your day in a great way, not having to clean your kitchen. That makes sense. It really makes a difference. Usually it takes like 5 or 10 minutes the night before, and then you come down and you're like, start your day off clean and clear. I would also recommend setting a timer, because you'll be surprised at how quick tasks go. When it seems like, oh my God, I gotta clean the kitchen, this is gonna take an hour, it's probably gonna take me less than 15 minutes. So like setting a timer is a great tip for those tasks that seem endless, and then you can get a reality check of like, oh, that only takes me 3 minutes. Put on my book to listen to, so I'm currently listening to It Happened One Christmas. Trying to get on a little bit of a festive spirit. I also like to set it when I'm cleaning as an open goal on my Apple Watch, so I get like credit for it. Whatever it takes, right? Through straightening my hair. We're gonna multitask. Heading to an appointment in like a half an hour, I think. And I thought while we were in here, we would chat favorites. Honestly, I kept a list of favorites this year. There's not a lot. There's some TV, there's books. I read almost 100 books this year, but you know, I'm no longer someone who is buying a bunch of stuff to try it, like hair and makeup wise. I'm not in that consumerism sort of phase anymore. I like what I like and I just kind of stick to it. I think some of it's like I don't have time anymore to, I don't know, be paying attention to like new products and then also going out and spending money on them. So I apologize if what I'm going to show you is like, yeah girl, we've seen that before. My hair this year, I grew out knowing that I wanted it long for the wedding, not because it was going to be down, but because I was going to put it up. There was a point where I thought maybe I'd wear it down, but then it was August in Vegas, and who am I kidding? So I grew it so that it would be easier to put up, as funny as that sounds, and then happily cut it. I think in October I cut my hair, and like not significant, like it's still quite, there's still some length to it, but I really like this length of it now. And we did a little bit of like there were curtain bangs, they're a bit long now, but like some shaping. So I try and wash my hair every 4 days, depending on my workout schedule or my work schedule, you know, seeing clients in person, etc. But this is just shampoo, conditioned, and honestly, my favorite shampoo and conditioner is Herbal Essences. Like, I am a drugstore girly. This is one I've used since high school. And something else that my hair really likes that I've talked about before is it likes if I switch up. So like one wash, I'll wash it with this, then I'll wash it with something else, and I go back and forth. I don't know what it is, but my hair doesn't like it if I only use like one brand and one kind. Then other hair products, I like a couple from JVN that I have used, I think now for a couple years. The air dry cream, which I use probably every other time, and then when I'm not using this, I use the instant recovery serum, which is kind of like a hair mask, but you leave it in. Like, I used this today after I washed my hair. And then sometimes if I remember, I will use the pre-wash scalp oil, but this is the only one I've ever bought, and I've probably had this for maybe a year and a half. I just never think to do this. I need to sort of not keep it in the bathroom, because once I'm here, I'm ready to get in the shower, and this has to sit in your hair. But another drop of his that I do like is the Nourishing Shine Drops, which I think I'm gonna actually use right now, just to give it a little bit of moisture, as it is dry winter time. I just kind of do the ends a bit. Yeah, and then I think it's been maybe 2 years now of not using aerosol dry shampoo. So, this lighting. So instead we use the Bumble and Bumble Pret powder. One of these probably lasts me a year, maybe, even though it's a really small container. And I find it lets my hair go one further day than my old Batiste would. So it's pricier, but it lasts way longer. That's the hair stuff. See, like, not much is new, not much is changing, but I do have a few fragrances that I have been enjoying this year. This one I bought when I started working as a therapist. It's Giorgio Armani's My Way. I'm not really sure why I'm showing you, can't really tell. And then this one, oh my God, I'm gonna have to, oh, it is Si Passion by Armani again. I just bought the small spray one because it was quite spendy, but I will definitely be repurchasing this. And then more like budget friendly, I still love the Lush Avocado Co-Wash so much. I despise the name and I despise the like Windex looking packaging, but the scent is so good. It is one of my faves, and whenever I wear it, someone's always like, wow, what are you wearing? So this is a top pick for sure. All right, now that the hair is done, let's check the time. Okay, I gotta leave in about 45 minutes. Anyway, so that is hair favorites. And then makeup favorites. I will try, oh, what's happening here? I'll try and do I'll try and do a get ready with me actually one morning, and then I can just show you what I use for product for my face. It's not much. I actually I've been thinking, I think I need to get a new palette, like an eyeshadow palette just for neutrals, and I can't remember the last time I bought new eyeshadow, honestly, which is also probably disgusting. Don't do as I say. It's much later. It is now 6:32. Pitch dark outside. I will never get used to it being dark at, like, I swear, 3 o'clock. Like, the sun has started to go behind the mountain when I pick Thomas up at 2:45. Sometimes my headlights are on, both when I take him to school and when I pick him up from school. What did after I saw you, I just had work and some appointments. If you have been putting off making some kind of like appointment meeting, maybe it's at the bank, maybe it's your mortgage, maybe it's the dentist, the eye doctor, maybe you need to get a mammogram, maybe you need to get a pap. This is Mama Mare reminding you, saying I'm holding her hand. Oh, I also am saying I got soy sauce on my sweater. Super great. But like, similarly to today in cleaning the kitchen, and it didn't take very long at all. Often we put off these tasks that we're either scared about or they're just like cumbersome. This is me giving you a reminder gently to book that appointment. Like, I'll give you an example. I am getting my eyes tested in January. I haven't had my eyes checked, I don't think, since 2016. Okay? Just putting it out there. Just full disclosure, full transparency. Maybe it's the dentist for you. Like I said, maybe it's like a pap or a colonoscopy or a mammogram. Maybe 2024 is the year that we get shiz done. Maybe. Anyway, after work, which was just so fulfilling, I freaking love my job, I came home and picked up Thomas, and then we took a really good friend of ours out for dinner, hence the soy sauce on the sleeve. And then he was so excited to see her that she has now taken him for an extended drive before bringing him back to the house, which is just so sweet. I'm so grateful for people in our life who treat Thomas like their own. It truly takes a village. And even more so, I feel that now with my mom being gone, you know, like none of my family's here. So I am grateful for people who like adopt Thomas, if you will, and me and the unicorn also. They adopt us also. Anyway, so now I wait for him to get home. We have a pretty strict bedtime routine with him because, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but with his seizures, one thing his pediatric neurologist said was like, try not to let him get too fatigued or sick. That can sometimes trigger a seizure. And we did notice a few times in the last few months when he did have seizures, it was kind of preceded sometimes by like a break in the bedtime routine. I don't know why I'm standing here in the kitchen when I can just sit down and talk to you. So magical with the exercise ball. Anyway, so his bedtime routine is very specific and we do not F with it. Like, this is the time where you have a bedtime snack, which he won't get a bedtime snack tonight because he had so much sushi for dinner. This is the time where like the iPad's down, we don't have any more screen time. This is the time we have a bath. Like, this is the time your hearing aids come out. This is the time we have the bedtime talk. Like, it's very, and he's always been someone who likes routine. I do too, honestly. Like, I think we all just function better with routine. So yeah, and then tonight, the husband is working graveyards, so when he works graveyards, which, can we just for a second, that's like a really sinister term. Alexa, Why do people call night shift graveyards?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, people used to work in graveyards overnight listening for the death bells in case anyone had been buried while still alive. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Thanks for your feedback.
So, that's sinister. Anyway, when he works graveyards, Thomas goes to bed and I go to bed after. And I just like do my skincare, read my book. Ooh, I love it. I've always been a girly who likes to go to bed early and gets up early. Like, I was destined to do morning radio. It's not like I had to, well, I guess I had to train myself, but it wasn't that difficult, honestly. Like, I know some people who really struggled to do morning radio and then ultimately couldn't because they just couldn't get up that early. I've always been a morning person. My mom was, my dad was, my sister, I'm pretty sure my brother too. Thomas is a morning person. Years ago, I had a sleep expert. A team of sleep experts actually helped me with tea, and they said, like, it's genetic. Like, you're a morning person or you're not. And I definitely am. And I don't apologize for going to bed early. Like, I used to feel bad about it. I like to be asleep by 9:45. My alarm goes off at 5:20 when I'm working out in the morning. Tomorrow I'm actually going for a really nice 5-kilometer walk with a girlfriend, so I will probably set my alarm for a little bit later. But in saying that, Thomas's morning routine is also very strict too, because he has to, just like he has meds that he takes at dinner time, and now he has meds he takes at bedtime. He also has ones he takes with breakfast. And so if he's not up by a certain time, I have to wake him so that he takes the meds on time. So it's weird, like, waking him up, which honestly we do fairly regularly, but I think maybe that's why he's sleeping better, right? Because it's more routine. I've been thinking about sleep a lot, if you can't tell. My many questions about the Oura Ring, and like, it's just, it's something I don't think that we put enough weight in. Like, for some reason, I feel like so many people covet like staying up late and being tired, and I surely do not. I'd love to know, are you a morning person, an evening person, a night person? Also, are you someone like my husband who, I just love saying that, who works shift work? I don't know how y'all do it. I've never worked shift work ever. I've only ever been spoiled and had like the same hours week to week to week. Or now I've been self-employed since 2016, so I make my own hours. Like the people who do 2 days and 2 nights, or like 4 nights, 4 days. If you're a nurse or anyone who works shift work, I truly bow to you, because A, your contribution to society is immeasurable, and I am so appreciative of everything that you do. And also, wow, that's hard. I hope that you have some sort of like good self-care routine, because wowzers, that must be so difficult. I just feel chatty tonight. I wish you were here. Maybe, I think we should do a Q&A. Start leaving questions for me and also for my husband, and I'll see if I can get him to do a Q&A on one of his days off. Questions for me, I would love some, and also some for him. Thomas only has 4 days left of school, and then it's gonna be me and T home all day, every day, except I do have some clients booked throughout the Christmas break, because you know what, like, I know it's a hard time of year, and I'm home, we're not going anywhere, we're not doing anything. So I was like, yeah, I will happily see clients, because it's been interesting. Like, you know, I definitely saw an uptick around like Thanksgiving, now Christmas. It's just, anyways, these are a lot of tangents. Should I call this like Vlogmas Day 11, all the tangents? We've covered cleaning, we've covered mental health, we've covered hair products, sleep, soy sauce, Thomas's routines. This should just be called all the tangents. Although, well, sorry, wouldn't that just be my channel in general? Honestly, it's just nice to have a few minutes. This is the first time I've sat today. I'm still in my jeans. It's almost 7. This is not what we should be still in. Like, who is still in jeans at nighttime? I should be in pajamas. Kind of like to bookend this is why I turned the camera on 10 minutes ago. To bookend how I started today's video talking about like tidying. Now, because I have about an hour and a half until I put Thomas to bed, I will go around and like make sure, you know, that the couch is looking good and make sure that the kitchen's tidy, and I always set the coffee the night before, and sometimes I'll even fill my water bottle for the morning and get the vitamins out. Just kind of like whatever little love letter I can do for myself in the morning. I've been having a little bit of time in the morning to actually like make breakfast and eat, and that's been nice. So however I can sort of set myself up for success. I've actually been at night, I set out my gym kit so that I walk out of our bedroom, it's sitting waiting for me, and I immediately put it on before I've even like thought to wake up. I know some people sleep in their gym kit, but no, I am not sleeping in a sports bra and exercise shorts. It's not happening. And also, I've gotten back into the habit of setting out my outfit the night before. This is something that, again, I used to do when I did mornings, because like my alarm was going off in the 3s or at 4 a.m. at the latest. And if I had like ever left it up to early morning Mare to get dressed, it would have been like sweats always, which like you're on the radio, who cares? But I don't know, there's something about like dressing, feeling professional, like getting yourself in that vibe. I definitely, this is gonna be called all the tangents. I definitely didn't dress like in a blazer or a suit. Like when I was a reporter, often I was wearing a suit, and then doing mornings, like it was a little bit more casual, but I still like to look nice, you know, like a necklace, etc. So anyway, I used to set my outfit out the night before, and I've been getting back into that habit, because what I find is picking an outfit to be professional, because I'm, you know, I've only been doing it now for 5 months. It's just one more thing in the morning, and that would often like tip me over anxiety wise, or my decision fatigue is quite high as a parent, and just like, especially as a parent and a caregiver of a child with diverse abilities, my decision fatigue is like peaked and has been for like 7 years. So however I can set myself up for success. And when I say decision fatigue, it's just like I cannot make one more choice. So trying to pick an outfit in the morning when I'm like rushed, and I'm trying to get Thomas ready, and like, you know, I gotta like scrape the car, it's too much. So I find this time of night, like when I go to bed, I put my gym kit out and I'll pick out my outfit. For some reason, I'm actually like in a better mindset to pick out my clothes. And then in the morning, I don't second guess. 9 times out of 10, I just put on whatever I was gonna wear. And it's fun. I don't know, I've been enjoying dressing more professionally. I do need to get a few more pieces for the wardrobe, especially pants, but all the tangents. Anyways, yeah, so that's another thing I do at night, is I set my outfit out for the morning, my gym kit, I do the coffee, the water, like tidy. Always make Thomas's lunch for school the next day while I make dinner, every single time. Like that is always made the night before. And then I like wash my face while he's in the bath and do my skincare, and then I will tuck into my Kobo. I definitely find I sleep better if I spend some time reading my Kobo as opposed to like having blue light, because that's something I love about the Kobo. I know I talk about it all the time, but it's definitely, it may be my #1 favorite of 2023. It's up there for sure. When we talk about reading, I'll show you it. But another tangent. I am reading such a good book right now, but it's very deep and very heavy, but it's so good, which is very unlike me. Usually I'm not into reading anything that's like My job is heavy enough. I don't watch heavy shows or read, like, no. And the world I just find is heavy enough, to be honest. But this book I'm reading, which I'll show you again when we're talking about books at some point, it's so good, but it's heavy and deep, and it's so long. It's like 2,500 pages or something. So I paused it this morning. I finally like got to a place where I was like, okay, we're gonna put a pin in it. And then I started a like light Christmassy book. I'm actually listening to a Christmassy book and reading one at the same time. 2 different ones. I'm trying to get in the Christmas spirit, friends, but this Vlogmas is probably, well, I'm not gonna say the least Christmassy ever. Mine usually aren't very Christmassy, and nobody ever complains. Nobody ever complains. As you saw in yesterday's video with the driving segment, there's no snow. It's green grass. Like, I'm not even wearing boots or heavy clothing yet. So I think that's part of it, a big part of it. I've been trying to watch some Christmas movies. Like I watched The Princess Switch last night while I was doing some paperwork. The unicorn and I are so into Schitt's Creek that we also haven't been watching any Christmas movies. We watched like a Donald Duck one with Thomas last night, which was super cute. Anyway, we don't have to force ourselves to be in the Christmas spirit, right? At the beginning of this video, I feel like I should put in a thing that says like, count the tangents. This is ending up being like a sit down video just in sections. The one I posted that was, I guess the video before this one, which was the weekend, was so short. For 2 days, I think it was like 13 minutes, which is very unlike me. If I could post an hour vlog a day, I would. Like 45 minutes. That's the kind of YouTube I like to watch. Like, I like to settle in. I like to hang out. But there's only so much content when you work 2 jobs and you parent. I'm gonna have more time to film once Thomas is off of school because he and I will be filling our days. So I've made some notes of things, but I'm open to any questions, any suggestions. I did get a lot of requests to share driving. That's why I shared that little segment yesterday. Plus, as you could tell, we weren't really doing much. Now it's just before 7. What time did I think I had been talking for like a half an hour. Okay, I'm gonna say goodnight. I'm going to tidy. It's pretty tidy around here because of what we did earlier today. Just like, oh, here's Thomas. We got cut off. I was just about to say goodnight, and then a certain someone got home. We have done all the rest of the bits we do in the evening, and I'm about to take Thomas upstairs to start his bedtime routine, my own bedtime routine. I'll show you one of the books that I'm reading. I think I showed you the one I'm listening to. This is the one I started reading today, 3 Holidays and a Wedding. Sorry for the glare there. It's by Uzma Jalaluddin and Marissa Stapley. It is, I'm 26% in and super cute. It's the kind of like light read I needed. But I will give you some more like book reviews, etc. Another day in Vlogmas. Hope you have enjoyed all of the tangents today, and I will see you in the morning for Vlogmas day 12. Thanks for watching. Bye.